We are live.
Nikki O'Brien.
Nikki O'Brien.
Junior defender number 4, Eli Trickle.
Eli Trickle. Welcome inside the horn for part 2 of our doubleheader here. As on senior night, it's the boys' turn against the Forest Lake Rangers. Bears coming into this game with a 7-3-3 record. They will take on the Rangers, who have a very impressive record themselves at 1-14. Joshua Dorr alongside me here. We also have Gabe Bartlett helping out here with camera and accessories. Also, if you happen to miss the girls' game, second half, he took over play-by-play duties. I needed a breather, so he stepped up, did a wonderful job. Shout out to him. Well, Josh, we're at that point where we are to the Joshua Dorr analysis. What do you expect here in this one?
Well, I'm just talking to some of the boys on there, the little bit of the girls' game that they watch, I think the confidence kind of wore off on them. Don't want to jinx them, but I heard they maybe want 8. Girls finished with 7. They said that they maybe want 8 goals. So.
Yeah, girls did finish with a 7-0 victory. Absolutely brutal.
Yep, but I'm expecting Jenny knows who they're playing against. It's not the first time they played Forest Lake by any means over the last couple of years. I bet high press. Forest Lake definitely had some stamina on them, but I think the White Bear is just going to high press them all night long, just like the girls' team did to the Forest Lake girls.
Well, we will also see how long I can get used to these rosters. We only got one set of roster copies. Thanks a lot, White Bear. So I've been having to use my phone, and we're down to 40%. We'll see if that lasts me. It was at like 100.
Folks, this is what happens when you buy an iPhone.
Okay, Josh. Okay. As we get set, first half action, it's a very relaxing evening. We're expecting another White Bear Lake great game. We'll see. Forest Lake, I mean, you never know. We'll see if the boys get too cocky or something like that. Hopefully not. Forest Lake sometimes have been known to come out of nowhere. You know, Forest Lake reminds me of the Detroit Lions. You know, sometimes, I mean, not a great franchise, but sometimes you never know.
You know, I will say one thing that I think the Bears are kind of known for is playing down to the level of their opponent, just kind of like the Vikings maybe.
And we are underway as the fan favorite Snowball. That's right, Gabe.
Oh, I'm gonna miss saying his name.
Gabe, number 13. His name is legitimately Snowball, as to anyone else that somehow does not know this legendary name. As Mosier looking to cross into the box and quickly cleared out by the Rangers before Zhang back into the lineup.
And I will say, the first thing is if I'm a White Bear Lake captain, maybe calm down my team. They're hot and hot out there right now.
So senior Mason Hunter will get the start in the net for the Bears, as it looks like, at least to start the game, a typical senior starting lineup. As for the girls, they had a little more senior-oriented start, whereas the boys, I think, just want to get guaranteed win, or at least a guaranteed good result before throwing in the rest of the seniors. It doesn't look like a whole lot of seniors that aren't already on varsity are on the bench, as it looks like majority of seniors too. On the varsity squad is Rogers' header will trail out of bounds. So very fascinating here for the Bears. It's great. Josh, one of his favorites, Andrew Zhang back in the lineup after dealing with a leg injury earlier.
He just had I think what he told me is he just had a high ankle sprain. So good to see him get over that.
Well, I just found out the one thing I was missing. I had not adjusted the score, so I was saying 7-0. That would have been impressive. Less than 2 minutes in, and we're already 7-0. I think that would have been fascinating, as goal kick coming for the Bears as Hunter grabs a new ball, gives it to O'Brien, who will play it out wide to Zhang. Gives it back to O'Brien before O'Brien likes to do a one-touch clearance. Rangers now controlling with possession, looking to put some pressure on the Bears. DeCruz was the one holding the ball for the midfield for the Rangers, but now Rogers looking to turn field, looking to get around his defender. And Trevor Olsen Fain. And out of bounds. And we'll play it. Bears will throw it in on the far sideline. They hand it to Rogers. We'll play it back to Thompson, but Thompson can't get control of it. And out of play it goes. Ball rolls into the middle to no man's land. Mosier will take over. A little shove from behind. His run continues. Finds Snowball. And Snowball can't get any farther or get any shot attempt into the post. Wallach now
Come on,
to
Dan,
Snowball. Snowball looking to take a shot, deflected there. Plays it out wide to Mosier, who plays it back to Zhang. Zhang looking to play between the gap of defenders, couldn't do so. A run now coming
Great
on
cutback
for Witzel before Zhang recovers. Shielding the ball is Drew Kruger. Interesting number for a defender wearing number 66. Somanek to Zhang to Wallach. Taken away there by DeCruz. Plays it out wide. Cleared away by the starting left back of the Rangers, and Wallach will get the first infraction of the game as he contests the ball with DeCruz. DeCruz goes down, and the ref will blow the whistle for the first time since kickoff. Ball in the air, brought down there by Drost. Rangers now control possession, look to play it up to their central striker, Braden Anderson. Couldn't do so. Ball falls back to the midfield.
Great step by Andrew.
Zhang takes the pass away from DeCruz. Now Drost controls with some time. Kruger now to DeCruz. DeCruz looking to use some fancy footwork to get around Wallach. Played out wide to number 22. Well, number 22 is not on the roster, so he will be named
Connor,
number
go.
22.
Come on, Connor.
Mosier looking for Snowball. A run there, but great recovery D from Jack Jenin. We've just got word to number 22 for the Rangers on the far side is Chris Long. And a shot attempt from Wallach, and he knows he missed an opportunity as that one was just high and creeps over the starting goaltender for the Rangers. Drost plays back to Somanek, who plays back to O'Brien, who once again will clear down with his left foot. Looking for Rogers. Rogers gets tripped up, no call. And out of play the ball goes. It'll be off of White Bear Lake and a throw-in for the Rangers, oddly enough. Rangers play it in, but find Thompson
And I will.
instead.
We'll say the pace has really dropped off. The first probably minute or 2 minutes, both teams were foot on the gas pedal. They were both going for it, but definitely slowed down a little bit. Check your shoulder.
Taken away here by number 10, Marco Valenti.
Great recovery, though.
But Trico recovers. Nobody, though, pressured on there by number 11, Gavin Mindorf. And he'll clear it out of bounds as Rangers will play it to DeCruz. Looks like the Rangers early like to find DeCruz in the midfield to control the pace and control their game plan. As the ball will ricochet off of Thompson's foot. Little shank goes all the way back to Kruger, who will control it. Looks to find DeCruz. Wallach with some pressure. Couldn't exactly win the ball. Ball over to Mosier.
Come on, release it, Andrew.
Pressure there from Witzel. Finds Drost in the middle. Wallach clears. Rogers now looking to win the ball. Mosier. And taken away now. Valenti controlling it in the midfield, looking to cross it, switch fields. Couldn't find his initial man, but Middendorf had the possession and then was looking for Chris Long on the far side, but couldn't find him. And the pass too far and out of play.
And I will say, so far through the game, Forest Lake is not looking like a team that should have the record that they have.
No, Forest Lake so far has been competitive. They have, I mean, the possession is pretty even. I mean, Forest Lake, they've definitely come out with something to prove. Why not? I mean, as this is for sure the Bears' last regular season game. And Forest Lake, this could be theirs as well. You know, you always want to end on a high note, even though each team does go to sections in high school, does get at least one playoff game. So no matter what, this isn't the end for both teams. As the ball goes down to Long looking to go to the middle, taken away by Somanek.
Get wide.
Somanek now continuing his run, taking off the ball finally. Both teams absolutely tapping the ball and great tackles, and especially that one from Wallach, and this one will be a check from behind. Free kick here for the Bears. As Trico will be the one to take it. As both of them on free kicks. Trico will do it on the right-hand side of the field. O'Brien on the left. Nice to have two center backs that their dominant foot isn't the same. As O'Brien will show his left foot looking for Rogers. Too far and out of play it goes.
I think Nicky knows it too. I think right when he released the ball, I think he saw that he had Connor wide open on the left side of the pitch there.
Valenti controls now for the Rangers, looking to find his man on the near side here at Witzel, but Jung had taken it away. And now Rogers with a build-up play to Snowball. Snowball with the shot, and wide of the net it goes. Missed opportunity, but a great one indeed for Snowball.
Yep, probably the best opportunity of the night for either side, I would say.
Rogers, a good feed to Snowball, but not the best position, especially for one to take it off your left foot as Snowball was looking to do. Recovered now by Peyton Grulkowski. Starting Ned Miner for Forest Lake.
Play Connor. Play Connor.
Wallach finds Mosier, also known
And-
as Connor. Josh with his, likes his first names.
It's hard going into broadcasting when you are on first name basis with like 75% of the team. It's still taking me time to get back to the last name.
Well, needless to say, thankfully most people know on here know who you're talking about. As the ball is played out by the Rangers, avoiding an attack and a rush from Rogers, a speedy, quick forward who gets a lot of his goals from creating breakaway chances. Rogers brings the ball down inside the box, looking to turn back towards goal. Having some difficulty. Treichel came to help from the back line, but couldn't do so before the ball rolls out of bounds. Forest Lake will now toss it in and quickly put out of play once again. Snowball now controlling in the midfield before being taken away. Valenti.
So far, one little thing that hopefully the Bears are picking up on is most of the times when they win that ball over in the midfield, Connor's been open on the left side, just waiting for one of those long balls, use his speed to get in behind. But also, I do like what I think Teagan is probably screaming from the bench is that, hey, control it, slow it down. Let's just pass around, let's control possession. Let's make Forest Lake chase us a little bit.
Ball off the shoulder of Somanek. As Anderson looked to turn, Braden Anderson that is, of the Rangers. Caleb Klosterman will throw it in. After a couple substitutions will come out. Ball retreats back. And Kruger will let it go out of bounds from the chasing Mosier.
One thing when you're going to try to confuse the ref by pointing the other direction, don't run back like you're getting ready to play defense.
Zhang now controlling the ball, heavily pressured though by good lord. Middendorf.
Come on, Zach. It's the last game of the season. You can't be butchering it now.
Hopefully that's the last time, but life's life. I don't know. Rangers will get the ball after the punt from Grulkowski. Braden Anderson.
Calm.
And looking for Middendorf. Couldn't find him.
Good. Switch. Switch to Gavin.
Zhang
Find
now
him.
looking to
Release
have a
him.
counter. Drost controls. Doesn't like what he sees up forward. Tosses it back to Thompson. Thompson will find Snowball, who will give a quick flick looking for Rogers in the run. But Fayan had other plans and will play it out, stopping the immediate pressure once again, the immediate rush. But
Finish
Walwick, the ball into the corner. There we go. Great build-up play off the throw, and that was a quick bang-bang play.
And that great play by the Bears. And if you're Forest Lake, you just got to shake your heads. That's just unlucky for them. I would think they've probably been the better side so far, in my opinion. But
Joe Wallach sneaks out from the midfield, gets the ball played through the gap, and hits the left
that's
corner.
what happens when Joe finds himself in the area on the field that he is comfortable in. Up front, ready to pounce on those balls. That's what he's good at. He's just easy at finding those balls that are sitting there, finding the back of the net.
Wallach snuck even beyond me. I didn't even see him. I was a little surprised to see him sneak to the center striker position. And a great finish indeed. You couldn't do it any better. No chance for Grulkowski of the Rangers. That's a quick foul against the Bears, but nonetheless, a 1-0 start.
It's a big benefit if Joe's getting up in the attack like that, but it's just hard to see him not playing up front, maybe in that top striker position. It's just so weird to me. It's so weird. I know it's been a season now, but I just still think he should be up front.
Rogers now looking to make a quick run on Kruger. Kruger will smartly play it back to Grulkowski, though. Thompson takes over. He looks to make a run. Hands it off to Rogers. Rogers from his left boot, looking for the top left corner, and too high.
I think that goal from Joe just kind of opened the floodgates for Minnesota. Oh, boy. I've been watching too much Minnesota United. I think the floodgates are open for the Bears now. I think they're going to be a little bit more confident going forward now.
Ball over the head of DeCruz. Wallach fights for it. Zhang will get the overall recovery. Mosier now.
Oh, dangerous ball.
Somanek and Mosier both battling from it. There's a nutmeg from Mosier.
Come on, Andrew.
Zhang looking to turn. Couldn't do so. Great defense from Witzel.
And there you go. One of these teams needs to play it out of that little area. Don't pass it back in like that. Just switch the field, get out of the press. Both sides, they're both just go back to the same mess. Again.
Here we go. The Crews, oh, it looked like they're building something, but ball finds Somanek instead. Ball played up to Rogers. Rogers to Snowball. Oh, what a great play from Snowball. Couldn't finish. He let it go between his legs. Switched the side of the field. He knew both defenders weren't in position, but the strike goes right to Grulkowski. Very smart play from Snowball, but in the end, couldn't get the finish. Rogers now racing along the far right-hand side, excuse me.
And Gavin is, it's Gavin. Of course, he's going to cause issues in any back line, but his speed is kind of really getting to Forest Lake on that right side of the pitch so far tonight.
Tripped up on the play. Ref, an easy call there.
I probably only give it a couple more of those opportunities, and we're going to see a yellow card come out on that side of the field.
Coming to the halfway point here in half number one. Bears lead the Rangers 1-0. A lone goal from Joe Wallach as the free kick sent in. It had passed Grulkowski, but no Bear could bring the ball down, and a goal kick coming for Forest Lake. Kruger ends up taking the free kick. Finds DeCruz, who heads it up. Valenti now takes it over, looks to switch the field.
Here we go.
But couldn't find Vu, his intended target.
Switch. One more. Faster.
Trikel. Over to O'Brien. O'Brien doesn't play it to Zhang, though. Instead, we'll play it to Snowball. Rogers, no run there. Snowball couldn't get a clean touch, and Joe Wallach and DeCruz feet collide, ricocheting the ball out of bounds. Forest Lake will play it back to Kruger. Or excuse me, I guess I went off White Bear Lake, and Kruger watches it go out of bounds. As now Kruger will send it upfield. Great touch there from Braden Anderson. but couldn't get past Somanek as he at least beat the ball past Eli Trico. Ball played into Valente. Nobody stepping to him. He'll switch this field. Plays it over to Vu. But Bears will take over, starting with Rogers. Thompson now keeps it in play, looking for Snowball, but well defended.
It definitely a different atmosphere in here compared to the girls' game not that long ago.
Yes, it's, you know, at this point in the game, I think we would have already had multiple goals.
I think we need another dance line.
Girls at halftime, the underclassmen for their seniors put on something I haven't seen, their own little dance line. Nice little send-off as the girls finish their regular season. They'll head on to sections, hoping they do well.
Release,
As
go.
Mosier now up along the near sideline making his run. But ball goes too far on him to Valente. Zhang, good recovery there, and Braden Anderson. But the Cruz also has a great recovery and knocks it out of play for the Rangers. Zhang quickly plays it in, looking for Mosier.
And Andrew, after that last challenge, definitely has a slight limp on that ankle that bothered him a couple weeks ago.
So a bunch of subs coming out. It looks like for the Bears too, including one we've only seen on the varsity squad once, number 34, Ian Cran. Nice to see him play, one of my neighbors. Ball finds Mosier.
Fine Snowball.
Looking to find Snowball,
he still
but he
found
couldn't
him.
do it. Snowball will take a shot, but it's low and not enough pace and an easy grab for Grulkowski. As along with Ian Cran, we will have Charlie Olson, McKinney, Ryan Dufresne, and Pesherman.
Substitution. Entering the game for the Forest Lake Rangers, re-entering number 22, Chris Long. 5 substitutions for your Lake Bears.
Mosier,
Players. Number 15,
Drost,
Charlie Olson.
Wallach, and Snowball all exit the game, at least for now.
Get there.
For the
Get there.
Bears, as McKinney and Dufresne will get their first touches of the game. Dufresne sends it out wide to Thompson. Nice switch to the field as there's plenty of space. Ball looking to find Dufresne. Dufresne, though, in a bunch of traffic, couldn't do so. Rangers looking to clear, couldn't do so completely. Ball played in by Trikel.
Dangerous ball there.
Or no, that's not Trikel. Excuse me, that might be McKinney? That's Dufresne on the far side. His ball played in. Just misses the foot of Peshaman, who will frustratedly will slam the turf quick before getting back into position. Rangers now looking to come the other way. They've had a nice tic-tac-toe connection, but too high for Chris Long, who clearly height is not on his side. Definitely the shortest person out there.
Play, come on.
Dufresne looking for Peshaman. Does a little 360. Couldn't get there before Kruger plays it out. There's looking to set up as Olsen looking to use his cannon as he launches it just outside of the box. Trickle in there, finds Thompson, who takes a swing at it, but goes right to Grulkowski, who will get yet another save. Taking his time, letting his Rangers get into formation before finally sending it up. Thompson will turn and play back to O'Brien. This time will use his right foot, finds Olsen. Couldn't settle it cleanly. Valente will take over. Looking for DeCruz. Goes from side to side in the middle before
Oh, find Peshman. Find
handing it
Peshman. Find
off.
Peshman.
Trico plays it up, looking for Rogers. Finds Thompson.
Now the Astros won, and last I checked, the Rays were up 2-0 on the Red Sox. Bottom of 3 there.
DeCruz now. Far left side, great challenge there from Cran. DeCruz, though, down for the Rangers. He's slow to get up, and ball will be played out to attend
Oh,
the
he's fine.
injured
He's a soccer
personnel for Forest Lake, as he will head off the pitch, at least temporarily, limping off on his own power.
Substitution. Entering the game for the Forest Lake Rangers, number 18, Zach Westland. Replacing number 13, Delasi DeCruz.
So we will get set now to have play resume after the short pause there. Ball played back to Kruger as Olsen will send it back.
Great step by Peshman.
Back Dufresne with some time. Looking to make some moves on Valente. Plays it out wide to McKinney. McKinney switches the field. He had Cran open, who will one time send it to Rogers, but over his head. Fagnier couldn't cleanly clear for the Rangers either. Little scram in the pile. Dufresne will chase. And at the last moment, hop over goaltender Peyton Grulkowski as Peshman. He's got some lightning speed and look to make it the best use of it. But ball closer to Grulkowski. He'll fall on it.
Goal kick Rangers.
Ball sails out for White Bear Lake, and a goal kick once again for Grulkowski. More substitutions for the Rangers, and I think a few will be coming on for the Bears as well, as it looks like Kyrese and Watson will make their game debuts as well. A couple familiar faces to the varsity squad as ball goes down to Peshman. Dufresne now takes it away from Braden Nan, but his target, Thompson, has the ball roll under his feet.
Look to switch.
Every day, anytime college hockey gets brought up. Bulldogs are national champs. 3 years I put up with that.
Thompson will cross it over Peshman, and Peshman, as he looked to recover, has the ball go off of him. Unlucky play for the Bears as they look to develop something. Nothing there, so Rangers obviously looking to change fields. It's been a little bit before the Rangers have
Yeah,
put any
continue run,
pressure
continue
from
run.
White Bear Lake, and that's a nice catch from Grulkowski as Samanek, great look there, takes a shot on target. It was over the head of Grulkowski, but Grulkowski able to get his two paws on it and make the save. Bears continuing to put pressure as Rangers still cannot get it completely out of their field. Cran will take a shot. Grulkowski once again there.
Now, going forward for the Bears on attack, I think they really need to look at those switching the ball again. It's just every time they seem to have the ball, they have an open field of space. Like right now for Peshman on the left side. It just kind of seems whatever ball side the ball is, they just have a wide open player kind of hugging that sideline. Maybe they can find the over the top. Maybe find a runner tracking back to goal.
Ball goes all the way back to O'Brien. First time he's had to touch the ball in a while as he sends it in the direction of Peshamin. Heads to Kruger instead, but Kruger doesn't retain possession and will just play it out of bounds for clearance purposes. Dominic will come out as well as Gavin Rogers. Both have had a good first half so far.
Number 9, Gavin Rogers, and number 27, Eli Samanek.
McKinney being pressured by Braden Anderson before finally finding Trico. Playing shortly up to Thompson. Back over to McKinney. He's taking off the ball, however. And now Braden Anderson looking to come the other way. He's got one of his captains. But Middendorf couldn't make anything happen. And so here we go. Bears coming the other way. Charlie Olsen, though, looking to use the burst of speed that he has. Great shot. Rebound for the Bears. Benjamin off the post. And that was an opportunity for him and a very unique sequence for the Bears. Olsen with the shot. Grukowski couldn't control, but the post
going to head
with the
inside because
save.
it is now raining.
Josh Dorr, first time he was outside doing his commentary. So inside the press box he comes. Peshamin now on the ball, finds Carice, who has recently checked in, but too heavy of a touch, and Grukowski retains possession. He'll quickly punt it up now. But right to Carice once again. Played along here from the Rangers.
And I gotta be honest, it's kind of slow from the Bears tonight. I was expecting more, especially the way they were talking, the way they were warming up. I just felt like it was gonna be more of a Stillwater game pace, and it has not been. They have, from White Bears, from what we know White Bear can do, I think this is pretty slow.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, once again, I mean, we were in multiple goals from the Bears at this point for sure.
And I know it wasn't gonna be an 8-0 game like they were hoping, but I thought they maybe would have a couple here. I thought they were gonna have a little bit more possession than they actually do. It is a little bit shocking, I think, by Jendi and Knutson talking on the sidelines. It definitely seems like they're a little surprised by how it is. But I also think it has a little bit to do with, I think the Bears are just kind of playing down to their opponent a little bit.
Well, the girls' game at half, it was 3-0 in favor of the Bears. We'll see if Bears could get there at this point. But we will see. 1-0 still the score line, under 5 now to go.
Go.
As Cran will take over, looking for Peshman, but taken away by the captain, Oberholzer. Missed swing there from Cran. Braden Anderson having some pressure, and for the first time in a while, Hunter will have to recover.
I don't know what was going on there, but for some reason it seemed like Hunter was stuck on his post drinking out of his water bottle or something. He was kind of late to react there.
McKinney plays it back to O'Brien. Dufresne and Long collide as ball finds Thompson. Looking to play it up to Olsen. Too far. And gloved by Grulkowski.
And I know, I think I talked about this at the last girls game about how many miles a high school midfielder puts on is normally probably about, if they play a full game, that is, they probably average about 5 to 6, maybe 7 miles a game. But watching this ref tonight, this ref may get into those 9 miles. He's been running up and down the field like crazy.
Ball being played to Peshman. Peshman looking to turn, make some crazy moves.
Ooh!
And he
That was
stills
pretty.
on the ball,
That
gets
was
past
pretty.
Kruger, plays it back to Olsen, and Olsen, oh, that ball was
closer
a
than it.
high drop ball.
That was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought that was going to go through the uprights for a field goal. Instead, drops down into Grukowski's hands and almost found the top corner area.
And White Bear, it definitely still seems like a pretty close game out there, but the Bears definitely have more shots. I think 9-1 or 2.
Trico plays it up, but Kruger will let it fall to Grukowski. Nobody there to retrieve the pass from Trico.
But if I'm Jenny, I really think
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
if I'm Jenny during halftime, I'm really going to talk anytime they've really got the ball. And I think I saw him pointing to it earlier on defense. I mean, this is how I would coach too. But Forest Lake really compacts in that defensive shape. Maybe, in my opinion, maybe a little too much. I like my defense compact like that, but they're really leaving big gaps on their back door. It wouldn't take much for one of the wing backs maybe push up, find that space in behind. And even some of those times where just like Gavin or Peshman or someone like maybe Anderson comes in and he just finds that little bit of space in the back.
Well, you have to wonder, too. I mean, just from looking at the sideline, looking at the coaches, that even though you're up 1-0, it feels like the Bears feel almost like they're losing in a sense.
I think you're kind of right. I think, like I said, the Bears were very confident that they were going to be winning this game by more. Talking to them at halftime, they are playing a team that has a very poor record, I believe.
Yes, 1 win,
Yeah,
14 losses.
I think they're a little surprised. I think that they're going to come out and dominate. But like I said, White Bear is kind of known for sometimes maybe playing down to their opponent, and I don't even think it's that. I think Forest Lake just really showed up and wanted to play today.
Well, yeah, Forest Lake, I mean, no discredit to them. They definitely have played a game here. Yes, they've made mistakes, and yes, that did lead to their first.
And just little
goal
things
giveaway.
on defense, like right now, when you watch them on defense, yes, that's a shot on goal, but it's nothing that's scaring the goalkeeper.
No, Grukowski, he's had a pretty comfortable night. He's had a couple really good saves. As he holds on to the ball, he'll just hang on and let the wind down.
What I was saying there is just waiting for the countdown to go. I think Forest Lake is just executing their game plan. They're frustrating the Bears. They're keeping tight in the back. If you watch their back four, they're always kind of staying in their line. They aren't really.
Scoring for the Bears in the 17th minute, number 36.
They're not really.
Wallach. Shots attempted.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. They're just frustrating the Bears. It looks like it's just the Bears aren't finding their shots that they want to. They're getting shots off, just not the cleaner shots that they want.
And we've got comment asking who scored the first goal. We wrapped up the first half, but it was Joe Wallach who scored the only goal of this one. Off of a nice feed in the middle, an easy finish up front. And Bears, that's where we stand. But the Bears, they've had great chances. Nothing to be concerned about. The post has not helped the Bears. Grukowski's had a couple great saves, but obviously still a little disappointed. It's just a 1-0 scoreline, especially coming off of a hype girls game. But we'll see. I mean, you still have 40 minutes of play. But that means
mean,
the Rangers
it's
still have
just-
40 minutes.
Just something to go into the halftime. If you just watch the Bears walk into their little huddle, and look at the coaching. First off, the coaches look confused by the way they're standing there, and second off, the boys team just looks very monotone. They're not having fun. They're not dancing. They're not grooving like the girls were earlier at halftime. I think they're kind of flustered. If I was Forest Lake, I would capitalize on that.
I mean, you can't be completely disappointed. I mean, you're up 1-0, and a win's a win. I mean, yes, it is your senior night. Yes, this team is statistically not the greatest. In fact, probably one of the worst. But you still, I mean, this is anything happens. I mean, that's why you play the game, and
Oh yeah.
we'll see how the Bears respond to coming out. We'll see if the Bears can see what they've wanted to see in the next 40 minutes, but also I also hope that we don't see the Rangers keep playing their game and maybe have their game plan work and even this thing up, or worse, even take a lead.
But we will be back shortly.
Yes, that's right. In about 5-ish, 6-ish minutes, we will return for second half action. Stay tuned here on the horn for of White Bear Lake Soccer.
not tied. It's 7-3.
Welcome back inside the horn as we are getting the second half underway. Forest Lake will start by kicking us off. I forgot to change the period.
Your attention, please. Now in goal
Second.
for your White Bear Lake Bears, sophomore number 1, Kyle.
There we go. We're ready. The horn's ready. You know, I just realized there was absolutely no ceremony for the boys.
Yeah, they're doing it after, bud. Which I think they should have done at half
Why are they doing it after the game?
because they needed it. They should have got a little bit hyper. It worked for the girls. Maybe they had a good pep talk, but they need a boost of confidence here, like an early goal.
And Peshaman almost did just that.
Dang it.
Strike from the far side. Just enough reach there from Grukowski. And a wonderful save to get the second half underway. Just 30 seconds in, and Peshaman almost probably would have got this place up and on their feet, and maybe this bench some life.
And we have not seen Anderson yet, correct?
Caleb Anderson,
Yeah.
no.
Is he here tonight?
Yeah, he is on the bench.
That is a surprising no play yet. Normally he's the first sub off the bench.
He's still got a hoodie on.
I think they could use his offensive work out there.
Salmonek now on the ball here on the near side. Dufresne,
I will say, Anderson, anytime he comes in, he's always really produced for the Bears. So I think it's pretty hard to think that he will not be playing at all tonight. I think you'll see him later on. Maybe it's just a part of Jenny's master plan. Maybe tire out Forrest Lake a little bit and then put in his secret weapon.
that would be fun to watch. Caleb Anderson has been pretty successful when coming on for varsity. Throw in now for the Bears. Far side, Olsen will chuck it on in. Couldn't find any of his teammates though. And Rangers will clear. Watson couldn't get any shift work on Braden Anderson. Braden Anderson working along still for the Rangers, far sideline. Shane Cross there for the Rangers. Ball isn't completely cleared though. Valenti still on it for the Rangers. Treichel heads out across inside the box. Rogers now looking to play to Somnek. Somnek with a touch. Keeps it in play. But Rogers.
And that's what happens when you have Nikes for cleats. You fall.
Well, all right, Mr. Josh. All I hear is how much you like Nike cleats over Adidas. So I don't
know. I was joking.
Strike one for Josh over here to my left.
But I will say he probably has studs and not blades. So.
What does that mean?
Different kind of soccer cleats. For different kinds of fields.
Middendorf looking for Valente. Valente plays it back out wide to Middendorf. Jenin now looking for Finney. Couldn't do so. Rogers.
That was a break for Forest Lake. I do not think you would have thought they knew how fast Gavin was after that first half, and I think they just miscalculated there.
Somonik trying to bring the ball down. Watson has a big collision with Braden Anderson, and Braden Anderson will go down. Looks like he'll be fine and get back up onto his feet.
That one sad thing about high school soccer is when you go down, most of the time the ref makes it get off, which kind of sucks. But oh well, life will continue.
I don't see any substitution, interestingly enough, for the Rangers. They're just going to play 10 down. I don't know. The ref is just holding on to the
One
ball.
down, not 10 down.
Substitution.
So number 3, Christian Martins will come on for the Rangers. Took a while for
Replacing number 28, Braden
a sub to come on, trying to shoot, whatnot. Almost think there should be like a delay game, but I mean, you can't really enforce it. Maybe give a warning to the sideline, card him. I don't know. That's just slows the game down quite a bit.
Oh, I think also slowing down the game is down to the ref of making the player get up. He gets up pretty fairly quickly and says he's okay. I don't think you need to take him out then.
Yeah, but ref stopped play not for the foul, for the man down, which by then you have to exit the game. Watson plays it out wide to Mosier. Bears playing awfully slow still. I mean, there's no immediate pace except for that opening start from Peshman. It really does feel like how you've said, it feels like the Bears are playing down to the Rangers. And Rangers still, I mean, they've played a good game too, but
Find a hit. Oh,
strike there.
never really tested the keeper. Keeper just watches it. Go wide.
Watson's shot wide of the net. Free kick. Kruger will take it.
Matched the atmosphere in the early game.
Rogers now with the ball. He'll take a strike deflected.
Look for a long
Off
shot by
of
Joe
Jenin.
here.
Wallach will take a crack at it. He looked for number 2, but number 2 was not on that attempt. And another goal kick coming for the Rangers. Kruger this time will play it to the far right-hand side, but Dufresne will take over for the Bears. Shifts along the field, plays it back to Trenko, who will send it upfield into the direction of Rogers. Too far, and out coming from his net was Grukowski, and he'll cover up the ball. Ball played into the midfield. Herbert will get clipped down. Ref will give a free kick here to the Rangers. Bears retreating back. And it looks like Minnendorf will be, nope, that is Valente, will be the one to take it for Forest Lake. 2 men back. Valente, I would assume, will go up after he takes it as he sends it in the box, but an interesting strategy. Nobody was really quick enough to get there. Herbert was probably the quickest one there, but even that easy grab there for Christensen, who I think they have done a goalkeeper change. Christensen is in the game. I did not even realize that.
I do kind of wonder how the Bears are going to proceed throughout the half. It's one of those weird games. You kind of play more defensively. You still try to go get that second goal and leave yourself a little bit more exposed in the back. It's one of those really close games that either way could be the right decision or the wrong decision.
Interestingly enough, it's been a strange year. I've never really understood why Gendy does the 2 goalkeepers. Rogers with a chance
Take a touch
here.
inside.
Does just that. Found Dufresne. His shot, though, blocked. Somnek keeps the ball alive, hands it to Rogers, but played out by Fenier. Fenier and Rogers have been going at it for the majority of this game. Whether it be on the far side or now the near side, it's been a fun coming to watch. Rogers using his lightning speed, but Fania, he's been able to recover multiple times. Ball in, a one-time volley shot from Dufresne. Low, not enough pace. Now O'Brien with it. Couldn't get a clean shot with power. Dufresne now on it. He'll get the shot, and it was just wide. It looked like that was going to go in, but it is deflected in another corner for White Bear Lake. Wallach will jog on over. He'll take the corner. Watson comes rushing in to help out. Only Mosier and Somonik back. Everybody else into the box. They'll play it short to Rogers. He looked to one time. Pass back to Wallach.
Good job, Connor. Oh, those hurt.
Long slipped on the ball.
Good
Watson
step up.
steps to the ball, takes over. Wallach controls. Play it back to Peshaman. Somonik plays back to Trico, who's got some time. He winds up, finds Olsen, who takes a touch towards Rogers. And Jenny and Rogers battling, a little hip checking from both sides. Jenny forces the ball out on Rogers, though, and oh no, they will call a free. Nope. Yep, they will call a free kick. They will call a foul on Rogers, so Rangers will boot it up the field, but couldn't find Herbert inbounds. And Bears will have Somonik throw it in off of Jenny. Dufresne switches the side of the field, looking for Mosier.
Come on, Gavin, get in the box. Oh.
Mosier back for the Bears. He'll switch fields. Switch the side of the field to Somonik. Off of Long. Bears inching closer towards Grulkowski.
Good job, Ryan.
Dufresne gets past Long momentarily. No help there. Long will play it out. Olsen chases as Jenny missed touch. And what an effort there from Olsen.
Normally, I talk about players needing to hit the weight room, but if White Bear player absolutely bodied the Forest Lake player out of the way they're going for the ball. That's what I like to see. That's the kind of soccer that we don't get to see all the time.
Olsen uses his body, gets a shot on goal, goes off of Grulkowski, receives a corner, but the corner goes out of bounds off of the head of Watson. Dufresne now controls. Taken off by Oberholzer.
Get around,
Rogers
Gavin.
now looking to make a run on the far near side. He'll cross it into the box, but way over the head of Peshman. Peshman chasing it down. He'll keep it in play. Plays it toward the middle, but Valente will clear. And ball trails out of bounds. "13 minutes here into the second half. Still a scoreline of 1-0. Wallach's late first half goal the difference.
And I think for both teams, I think they need something magical to happen. The Bears definitely have a higher press on going now. I think they're controlling the game a little bit more, but Forest Lake still looks dangerous on that counterattack. But I think either side, for them to break through, is going to be something magical. It just kind of seems like we're in a stalemate.
Bears have been having the majority of the possession. They've been able to control, but I mean, as they inch closer, Forest Lake's defense tightens up more and more, and it's been hard to get shots and good chances on net. There's a free kick coming for the Bears as a foul against the Rangers. It'll be a 3-man wall. Dufresne, Wallach, and O'Brien all huddle up.
The only person taking this is going to be. That's what I thought.
Dufresne will send it in and just missed the head of Olsen. He had a beautiful pace on the ball. Or no, excuse me, that is Treichel. And that took the corner. Dufresne was actually in the box. Treichel with a great feed in, but Olsen can't capitalize as Dufresne now confirmed. Dufresne will turn back, find Somanek. Ball rolls out of bounds. Somanek looking for Dufresne. Couple headers from the Bears. Finally brought down by Minnendorf. Olsen now looking to play to Rogers, but ball goes right to Fene. We'll
And
play it out of bounds.
I think Gavin may be getting a little bit tired out there. I don't think Gavin has left the field yet in the game.
He did leave in the first half. Yeah, probably with
he?
about 10. Yeah, he was subbed off. I think it was him and Somanek both came out. It was just the two of them, but Rogers has seen the bench tonight. Unlike it was, I believe, the Stillwater game where I don't think ever saw the bench, where he was playing the majority of the game until finally, last 5 or so minutes, got a breather. Using your speed of catch is up to you. It's looks so easy out there to have the endurance they do, but it's such a big and important part of the game. As Peshman couldn't bring the ball down for the Bears, but a volley chopped in off the shin of Wallach. Watson will take a shot. It had pace.
And I think it's time for Anderson to come in. I think they need a spark of life and creativity and speed, and Anderson gives you all 3 of those things.
Caleb Anderson, one of the few assets that has not been used on the bench tonight. Almost everybody else has seen play time except for the obvious Tegan Geese, who has been out for a while.
I still don't understand how that was not a red card or a yellow card in that game.
Horrible tackle within the final moments.
Final moment like that, tackle up shin area to knee area, that's a straight red. That was pathetic.
Yeah, it cost him a season, or rest of the season. Yeah, I think the only 2 that haven't been used for White Bear Lake.
Oh, good step.
It looks like
Whoa. That was a pretty weak call in my opinion, but good opportunity here for the Bears. About how far would I moved it back even more.
you're gonna place him at the 20
So
of Forest Lake.
about a 30-yard strike here.
Once again,
Give or take a couple inches.
Treichel and O'Brien, the 2 center backs back on it. And Treichel will once again
Interesting.
play it. He finds Rogers. Rogers will take the shot. Save position there from
And that is not a
Gluchowski.
good sign. Gavin is down and in some pain, it looks like.
he's
Looks like
able
he
to
was-
return to his feet. He definitely is limping.
Looks like it hit him in the ankle. Oh,
And a shot from Treichel over the top of the bar. And out of play it goes. Rogers will exit this scene. It doesn't look too bad, thankfully. He's able to walk with a little bit of a limp there. We'll see if he'll be able to return. But as for now, the speedster has been placed on the bench. Kyrie's is the one to replace him as subs coming on. Next dead ball for the Bears as well. Thompson, Drost, and possibly Snowball will check back in. As we've said before, the bench has been utilized for the most part. Only a couple of JV members have not been used. That's Whedon and Minor. Everybody else has seen some type of action tonight. As ball being heavily pressed down the field before O'Brien takes it away. As Witzel was making a run, trying to look like Rogers. Bears now coming the other way. Olsen to
Great
carry,
play, great play.
finds
Come on.
Somanek. Somanek will cross it in. Nobody at the far post. Pesheman trailing the play but couldn't get there, but it was there.
Re-entering the game for White Bear Lake, number 17.
Somanek, who has had arguably the best game we've seen him play. He's played really good in the midfield. He's made great decisions. He's had great balls. He'll be subbed off, as well as Wallach and Olsen.
All right, I think it's Snowball to get on a roll here and maybe score a couple goals for the Bears.
Rangers play it up. Herbert, he's got some speed. Herbert, though, can't win the ball. As Dufresne plays it to Kyrie's. Pressure from Long. Kyrie's avoids it. But his pass deflected. Rangers now in the midfield, led by Captain Oberholzer. Plays it along to Herbert, who races along the sideline, but can't cross it in as Treichel back to recover and deflect it out of play.
Substitution. Entering the game for the Forest Lake Rangers, number 28.
19 and a half minutes to go here in the second half.
Martins.
This is one of the latest soccer games we've been to, if not the latest all year long. We're almost to 9 o'clock here. As ball quickly played out of bounds again. I think they did the corner.
Corner kick Rangers.
Corner sent in by the Rangers, and they couldn't get a leg on it. Pesheman to race up the sideline. But Long there to stop the break, and it'll go off Pesheman, who tried to regather himself. Snowball now with the ball, plays to Kyrie's. Thompson to Drost. Drost turning.
A little bit quicker, boys, a little bit quicker.
Ball all the way over to Mosier.
Switch, switch.
Plays
Find him,
it to
find him.
Dufresne. Dufresne off the back of Drost. Drost feels a stinger there. Oberholzer now with the ball. Turns
Oh,
it
great
over
turn.
though. Kyrie's now looking
Hold
for
it, hold it,
Snowball.
hold it, hold it, hold it.
Snowball
Oh.
plays it through his legs again. Lets it go for Pesheman. Pesheman back to Snowball. Snowball looking to play on his right
I
foot.
thought he had it there too.
Too far and Long to come the other way for the Rangers before turning it over to Dufresne. Dufresne finds Snowball over to Drost. Drost switches to his left foot and his shot wide of the net. Grukowski will let Kruger take the free kick or the goal kick once again. Dufresne wins the ball off the goal kick. Nicely done. But Kruger, well, a foul looks like as Kruger looked to send it, and Valente appears to be down for the Rangers. Zanania.
Substitution.
Looks like he is holding his right knee or right thigh area.
Christopher Hu.
Something happened.
Replacing number 22, Chris Long. Substitution.
Did not see what happened, but nonetheless, trainer will come out to look at him. And so Vu will check back in for the Rangers.
Calvin McKinney.
Look to take over. Anunga will also check in for the Rangers, see his first action of this evening.
Substitution for the Rangers as well. Entering the game,
Peshman
number 7, Jaden
racing
Onoka.
along the sideline. One though nicely there by Minnendorf.
Oh, great move.
And Peshman wins the ball back, plays it through the middle, and a great clearance from Vu. Christopher Vu, maybe a game-saving play.
Corner kick Bears.
As I forgot to start the clock. Racing with the clock. Got it.
Great ball. Great ball. Oh, that almost stuck in near post.
Corner kick White Bear Lane.
Can't tell who's taking the corner over there, but it's deflected off of Middendorf of the Rangers. Another try here.
Another great ball.
Ball in. Finds
No.
back post. Grukowski was down. It's cleared out there by Uengawe.
Great high press by the Bears. What happens when you're used to losing?
Thompson plays it in, looking for ball over the head.
And the fans are getting a little bit more vocal here tonight, coming down to the last 15 minutes. Definitely needed. We definitely need some life in the building. It is pretty stale.
That's been pretty quiet for the majority of
Yeah,
this
compared
game.
to the girls' game. Girls' game, it was a little bit louder. It was
Cran. A throw in for the Bears here as we hit the 15-minute mark. Bears still holding this 1-0 lead, looking to add it. Maybe get that insurance goal as ball is played into
oh,
Trico, who made a nice move before being cleared out. Peshman now with the shot.
oh.
Oh, and hits the side of the net. At first, it looked like it had squeaked on in, but instead, the ball trails out of bounds, and we will have a goal kick for the Bears. O'Brien, a little shank there, and now Minnendorf sends it on down, looking for Herbert. Shielded nicely by O'Brien, and Christensen will clear it. McKenney moving side to side, finds Cran. Cran has some space and time. He'll look to find Carius, couldn't do so. Rangers take over, Minnendorf leading the way. Looking once again for Herbert. And once again, O'Brien is there. And he will boot it high and wide, out of play, into past the gate, underneath the bleachers. Drost
Oh, it almost stuck through.
looking for Snowball, couldn't do so. Minnendorf has been getting some touches lately. Looking for a run from Hitzel, but out of play. Off of the Bears. Rangers now looking to counter, get some pressure here. Still in it. Under 13 to go. Hitzel with the cross in, looking for Ununga. Couldn't find him. And now Snowball has it taken off though. And Thompson will chase. Out of play it goes. Thompson quickly plays it to Watson.
The Bears need to play it out of this corner. They're playing.
Kenny looking for Snowball, couldn't do so. Minnendorf looks to take a shot on target and into the gloves of Christensen. But Oberholzer, Minnendorf, Onunga, they've all had some action here for the Rangers, and the Bears starting to get a little bit pinned into their own end, and a shot that really was the first shot on target in a while for the Rangers that
It
maybe
showed a
had some
little bit of his
potential.
Gavin Nelson.
Carries couldn't chase it down, however, and out of play it goes.
Kick Rangers.
Goal kick for the Rangers. McKinney heads the ball. Drost looks to bring it down cleanly. Oberholzer couldn't find Vu cleanly. Both
Great
teams
recovery there.
passing the ball back to one another. Both teams not really having any clear possession.
Oh boy.
As a big mistake
boy.
there from McKinney. O'Brien had
And I think Johnny should
difficulty.
hurry up and get some of these subs in because it's looking like it's kind of falling apart out there for the Bears.
Ball played to Peschman. We'll see if it's too far. Peschman will be able to keep it in bounds. Heads towards the middle of the field. His run still continues. Finds McKinney, who will wind up for the shot. And way wide.
Goal kick Rangers.
Good idea. Bring some of your senior players back in.
Subs coming soon for the Bears. As Jean Mosier. We also have Miner and Wallach coming on. Carries controlling, looking to hand it off to McKinney, couldn't do so. Oberholzer still on the ball for the Rangers, turns up the
Great
sideline.
recovery on defense.
Sliding tackle from Thompson. Heads out of bounds here. We're under the 10-minute mark. Fene up the field looking for Herbert. Herbert can't get a clean cross in, and O'Brien will just clear it to the sideline. As Rangers, they are maybe building something here. Final 9 minutes coming up. Bears trying to hold on to a surprising 1-0 lead. Bears coming into this one thought it would be a little more than just one. Maybe a multiple goal game, maybe around
And-
at least 4.
Kind of interesting. Normally the White Bear parents aren't this quiet, but Forest Lake parents are kind of putting it to them right now.
For the Forest Lake Rangers, number 22, Chris
Yeah, Rangers, they've played a really good game. Bears, it's
Game, 4 substitutions.
ever since the goal, it's either been
Andrew Jean.
great saves
24, Connor
or
Moser.
just barely for their chances, and
And entering the game, number 22,
so far
Ryan
nothing
Miner.
still going through the net. Rangers now looking to get one of their own. As Thompson, Watson, Carice, and Peschman all exit. Rogers has not returned to the game. It looks like he's resting his leg along the sideline. His Snowball racing up the sideline, looking to create something. He's got Mosier and Miner with him. Ball
Great
crossed
late
in.
run.
Trailing is Drost. Drost will take
Oh.
a strike in. It's a beautiful volley on target. However, it's right to Grukowski. He's able to get his hand. And then Zhang will take a strike, but it's wide.
Goal kick Rangers.
And once again, The Bears are still held to just 1.
He is a sophomore.
Mosier, along with McKinney, looked to win the ball, couldn't do so. McKinney now looking to play it to Snowball, but couldn't do so. Oberholzer looking for either a run from Herbert or Braden Anderson. Wasn't able to find either one of them, but
weird.
draws a foul. And Oberholzer takes a... That was a very quick free kick. Man, I thought the whistle was going to blow for maybe too quick. Doesn't. Bears
Well,
play it
see,
short.
The nice thing about free kick is as long as you don't ask for a wall, you can take a free kick whenever you want to. So
Well, doesn't... I mean, the defenders make the wall.
yeah, but if they're still making the wall, if you didn't ask for a wall, you can take. If you don't ask for the spacing in between, like where they count it out, you can take a free kick whenever.
Oh. I did not know that.
You should know that from Liverpool, Zach, as a Liverpool fan.
No, Liverpool thing, that's right.
Interesting, man.
Remember
I got some research now.
big goal against Barcelona? No, Zach, come on, you're disappointing me here. You're two of your
Oh, it's coming. Oh, okay, I remember now.
Guys, we are still live on a broadcast.
There's Snowball.
great
Takes
play.
the ball.
Come on.
He's got Mosier with the run. Mosier looking in. He's got the ball. Oh, my goodness. Mosier shanked the ball, and it hits the post. Miner wasn't able to finish. How in the world does that not go in?
I don't even know what just happened. It's like a
mean,
ball just kind of just
That should have
rolled.
been an easy save. Mosier shanked the ball. Grukowski, though, mistimed it, thought the ball was going to actually get it like a legitimate shot. He went down in his normal routine.
And I would just like to point out, I know Gavin is not checked back in, surprisingly, and he has a big of ice on his leg.
Well, you would assume that would have been a goal if Rogers was in.
That's what I was just thinking.
Miner, I mean, he might be still warming up, too. Normally a JV player, too, in his first
But Connor
varsity
should have
action.
finished that goal. I'm a huge fan of Connor, but that shouldn't happen.
And that would have almost made it very, I
And
mean, that would have made
I
it very
think Connor
difficult.
is kind of putting his head down out there now. He's kind of, I think he just needs to forget about what just happened and.
I didn't even notice too, but Mosier usually, ever since Geese went down,
Oh, they also pulled up another defender, so.
yeah, but usually they've been subbing Crane and Mosier out with each other, but instead they're playing each other together, and Mosier this time's on the wing where he's usually played up until Geese's injury. Olsen will also look to check back in for the Bears as the ball played up, looking for Herbert.
See if the Bears can't break again here on the counterattack.
Dross plays to Miner. Miner looking for a run from McKinney, but in traffic. Treichel pressured on by Herbert. Finds Long up along the sideline. But nicely played by O'Brien. And Long plays it out on himself. Goal kick for the Bears. 3.5 minutes to go here. As Miner exits the game, Olsen will come on for that varsity experience. Minnendorf looking for Herbert, couldn't find him. Treichel making a run off his back line. Too far for Mosier. Kruger retains possession, finds Oberholzer. Looking for Long. Zhang
We're
steps.
down to our last 3 minutes of the home season here for White Bear Lake.
It's true, these are the final moments for the Horn for the 2021 season for soccer. As these are the finales within the regular season. And sadly, we won't be able to do any playoff games, even if they are home, due to state league rights. As the ball played to Long, Trikel there to recover. Long shoves Trikel in the back, and a free kick for the Bears. 2 minutes to go. Bears holding on to a lone goal from the first half from Wallach. Rangers looking to find the equalizer.
Jenny right now is definitely barking orders out, at least to Andrew Young at the moment. I think he's wanting to play a little bit more defensive of a game.
Long now, the ball from Jenner. Madras takes over, turning, gets by Braden Anderson, hands it off to McKinney, who looked to play it in traffic to Olsen. But Finney was there, he looks to play it up, but that is out of bounds. Bears looking to secure their 8th win of the season and avoid their 4th tie. Bears 7 wins, 3 losses, 3 ties. As now Oberholzer looked to find Herbert, but well short. And an easy read for Trikel. McKinney back to Trikel, who plays it across to Wallach, to O'Brien, over to Cran, the away side getting into it.
40 seconds left, I think. Yes, you want a goal here for your White Bear, but drop some players back. You don't need this many players forward.
No, at this point, you just
Drop
want to
people back,
sustain this lead.
You don't see right now they have 4 players up still in attack. Why aren't they back helping out defensively?
Ball cleared up to Oberherzer, who looks to play it to
20
Unguna.
seconds.
McKinney over to Olsen. Deflection will go all the way back to Grukowski. He'll quickly punt it up. Just 10 seconds remaining. It's out of bounds, and that should do it here from White Bear Stadium as the Bears will let the clock run out. And a victory for the Bears here on senior night. The lone goal from Wallach, good enough.
And I am shocked. I don't think Anderson ever checked into the game, did he?
No, Caleb Anderson was absent the whole evening. He was the other one, yeah, it was him and another JV player who were the only ones who actually didn't see any action. I was surprised too. They put Brian Miner in for
Yeah, I'm surprised they put Brian in instead of Anderson.
well, nonetheless, great game for the Bears. Not exactly what any of us were expecting in just a 1-0 game, but it'll do it, you know. Joe Wallach gets the game winner, and what can I say? You know, a win's a win. Both the boys and the girls win. And did they do it against Roseville, or is this the first time that they did it?
Did what?
Both the boys and the girls
Oh,
won.
this second time.
Second
they also
time
did that.
they did against Roseville.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
All right, sweet. So, closing thoughts, Josh, as even though we won't be able to broadcast, you know, we didn't do this with the girls' side for both teams. As they go into the playoffs, what do you expect? What do they need to do and prepare?
I kind of talked about the girls a little bit. I think the last game was awesome for the girls. I think it's perfect for them. Definitely a confidence booster. The boys, I think this game can open up some more questions. The boys, it's interesting. I think they're playing better than I originally expected that they were going to do this year. Definitely some big wins against Stillwater. And they can match pretty much anyone they play. The biggest problem is games like this. Games that you think they should comfortably win. They barely scrap by this game. things you don't want to see going into playoffs. I feel like the Bears still don't know what their identity is out there. It's it's weird to say that going into the playoffs now, but it just seems like they don't quite understand. Like you said, they still alternate goalkeepers. I don't think I've seen a consistent front three. It's just I think playoffs may be a little bit tougher than we originally thought for the Bears.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, still a bunch of rotations in for Jenny. We'll see if he sticks with
And
something.
I would just like to point out, I would love to see Joe Wallach maybe make it out to the wings or striker. I think that's where he always finds the balls. He finds those loose balls. He gets those opportunities. I think he just has that mindset more. Not really. I still don't think he is a true midfielder.
Yeah, I mean, his goal was up at the striker position. You know, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully good things come from both the girls and boys squad. Hopefully they can make some deep runs in the playoffs. But as for us, this will conclude the soccer chapter of the 2021 season. It's been fun. We'll see how they go. We'll pay attention to their results, and good luck to both squads. As this is the Horn, alongside me is Josh Dorr. We had Gabe Bartlett in the back doing camera work, and I'm Zach Chapman signing out. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll be back tomorrow for Homecoming, the football game. Special announcement, too, hasn't been named yet, but anybody listening, Zach Halverson will be on the call tomorrow, so that should be exciting. We don't know if Chad will also be there. If not, Gabe Bartlett will be alongside Zach. And so stay tuned. Hope you tune in tomorrow. And as for the rest of your night, hopefully it goes well. And once again, thanks for tuning in to The Horn.